Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Shut the Funk Up podcast. I am the well-fed boy, and as always, I am joined by...
Jaylee the Kid, what it do? Wait a minute. That's not right.
No, we got a new co-host here. This is Chris Bellis, as everyone knows.
Hello.
I used your government there on that one.
That's fine.
I used your government there. Hope that was
Christopher
okay.
Bellis. Yes.
He will be joining me henceforth. For Jordan's got other stuff to do. We got to keep the pod rolling. Shout out to Jordan Ellie. He's got major work going on at his house.
Oh, nice. And baby
coming. So yeah,
nice.
He's got a lot of stuff going on. But the show must go on. It is episode 160.
Nice.
Is that 160? What's?
I was trying to think about it. I didn't cheat, and I was like, man, I know it's over 100, and I was like, how much over 100?
We're at 160. That's crazy. Yeah? We're at 160. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everyone's Christmases and Hanukkahs and Kwanzas and New Year's. We're all good. Are you a New Year's resolution guy?
I never have been. I try. I think this year maybe I don't really have like a list of. Like this year, maybe I was like, do more for myself, I think. Okay. That was my only kind of,
yeah.
You know what?
You're a family man, too, so I feel like it's so much harder for, like, people with anyone, like, in a family that has a family to have a resolution, because your resolution every year is probably just like, yo,
keep it together.
Keep this thing
keep
still
it going,
tight.
yeah.
Right?
That's what I mean by, like, I think my plan was, like, I love to save money and like keep everything safe, and like so I'm like, we want to go on a trip this year. I'm like, I need to do that for myself.
Yes.
Make my family happy.
I didn't do a resolution either, but
last year was the beach, and you kept that, right?
I did. Yeah, I did a really good job with that. I was like living there. I actually think I might have lived there a little too much.
Okay.
Because Daddy's got to go to the dermatologist.
Oh, no.
We got a little bump that showed up that's might have a little bit of darkness color to it. So
if you don't have a guy, my homie Chris Charbonneau, shout out. He just went through a ton of that stuff, like semi-pro volleyball guy, always outside.
Okay, might need to hit you up on that.
Yeah, He's got the Rex. He's been hitting everybody up about it.
Okay.
So
actually,
I got that.
I'm going to hit you up.
Old people stuff is what we do now, right?
All right, I'm going to hit you up after this,
yes.
Seriously, about that, because I'm really bad. I became a beach guy this year, but I don't wear sunscreen. I'm the guy that doesn't wear sunscreen.
You don't get burnt?
I do get burnt, but I do the I'll throw the shirt on and then pop the shirt on. Like I do like an intermittent shirt on, shirt off thing.
Yeah.
And
I've stayed out of the sun so much, I'm so pale that I would instantly...
You would instantly just start seizing up with...
And I used to surf a lot when I was a kid, and I would get sunburnt so bad.
Yeah.
I finally learned, but now I just stay out of it.
Yeah, but I did... it's not a resolution, but the funny thing is, since the last episode, we were talking about drinking black coffee only. Mm. And I have not had one. I've been drinking coffee black ever since the last episode.
Okay.
I don't know. And it's been great. I don't need the creamer or the sugar in there. Are you a coffee guy?
I drink like 1 cup of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I'm a 1 cupper too.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
all
do
day.
multiple.
I never go to a coffee shop ever or anything like that. But
no.
Yeah, but I could do black with like a light sugar. I never do creamer or any of that stuff.
So you are.
I do like maybe like a little bit of milk or half and half, but not like sweetened creamer. I mean.
Oh, okay.
But I could do all black as like if I tried.
I'm a sucker for the hazelnut.
Oh yeah.
Hazelnut creamer.
That's just so I'm not a big sweets person.
Yeah, but not anymore. I think I've weaned off of it.
My problem is when I drink black coffee and like just a little bit of sugar or no sugar, I want to smoke weed, and then that kind of steers your day a little bit of a way.
Right.
It's something about the combination.
You also, though, kind of blew my mind and made me slightly jealous. Fireplace stuff tonight.
Oh, I don't really have a fireplace.
Okay, I was gonna text it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask him on the pod because Chris was like, yeah, I gotta get the fireplace going tonight. Like, it's cold out.
Oh, I meant for you to have it ready for the podcast, so we have like a cozy.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Oh, I read that completely wrong. I read it as like you like
get the fireplace ready. It's nice and cool out. Let's fire this podcast.
Oh, okay. See, totally.
It was like
that.
40 degrees this morning.
I thought you were saying because when I was you were like, oh yeah, I gotta go home for dinner, and then you were like fireplace stuff, and I was like,
no.
Is he the only man in SoFla?
There's a few. You can smell
We'll get
it.
into SoFla later, but South Florida that has a fireplace.
Yeah, there's a few.
I thought you did.
No, that'd be cool. I have a chimenea. Oh, you know what I like? Those fireplaces that you just have like a pipe that goes to your ceiling, and it's like a metal.
What those have an indoor? Don't those have a specific? They have a specific
name.
Yeah, are they like a furnace or something, or like?
Maybe I've seen them like you like cook on top of them.
Yeah,
and this is in Florida. We don't know, but
yeah,
I think it heats your house and you could cook on top.
These
of
are
it.
technical.
That would be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
And you don't have to have a giant chimney and shit.
Let's get into the episode, and we got ear candy.
Nice,
we got some good ear candy.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to hear the ear candy that you bring because you are already the stuff that you've added to the playlist. I've already texted you just being like,
yeah. I think that's what we talk about most as friends is like just texting like, oh, listen to this one. There's always like one. So this is perfect. I think this is kind of my idea technically for this part of the podcast, but and you took it, which is fine.
I definitely did. I
love it, man. I mean, even though it was a mutual idea, but it's definitely one of my most favorite parts of the podcast. So yeah.
Nice.
So you're gonna do yours first?
You do yours first. Are you ready or you want me to go?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you do yours first, so it'll set me up.
You pick two of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one.
The first one.
Oh, I should have been ready for this. So, the first one is called "I Want It," right? And it's by. I'm totally flaking right now. I wasn't ready.
Nate.
No, that's the other one. I was gonna.
Yeah, no, 7 year.
7 year.
7 year bitch. Yes.
From the 90s. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just
I didn't even know it was from the 90s. I never.
Yeah, I feel like it has that sound like that. It's very like kind of grungy. It's kind of a silly song.
It is. Yes, it is.
I just think it's fun. It's like if you're getting up and you have to go to work. It's like kind of a seize the day song and also maybe a road rage song. It can go both ways. It's like inspirational. Like, all right, give it to me today. Or it's like, all right, motherfucker.
I want it. Give it to me. I love it. Don't give it to her. You gotta give it to me. I want it.
Yeah.
I saw it first. I want it once. I love it. Give it to me. I love it. I love it. Give it to me. So maybe I didn't see it first, but I know what who wants it. I don't even know what I want yet, but I know I want something. I don't even know what I'm missing yet, but I know I'm missing something. And it's my name, doesn't have to be my life, 'cause I'm like a syrup, you're your wife, I want it. Give it to me, I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
It's really good.
I don't know how I know that band. That's kind of like L7, 7 year bitch, like that kind of.
How long have you
genre
known that
area.
song for? Because I
But
guess
not that long, yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, I've
What
heard
year
of
was it, you said?
1994.
Oh, okay.
So like I know of the band. I know like that was. I mean, I was in high school in that era, so I was listening to all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And but then I was like, oh fuck this! I love this. So, like, it's just kind of very simple song, but I like it. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun driving song.
Yeah, that one screamed Ammo and the Sniffers.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
That
influenced
band.
somehow by that.
Yeah.
That genre of like
Yeah, I
that
thought for
hard
sure it was
girl
that.
rock of the
Yeah.
90s.
Exactly. Now, the next one.
So the other one is a little bit different type of music. This Nate No Face is the guy, Space Lady.
It's NATO Face.
Yeah, Alex says NATO Face, but there's an N in the Nate. There's an N number 8, and then No Face.
Yes, yeah.
So anyway, anyway, this is a guy who just does. It's like him and like a beat machine, and he does some like kind of screamy rap stuff, but some dancey synth stuff too. I don't know. It's kind of different. I think even explains himself as just being all over the place. But yeah, Space Lady. It's just a fun, catchy.
Like crazy, space lady, baby gone and I can't amaze. Swear I'ma switch a bitch face. But she think my man, she crazy. Space lady, 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 space lady. Rock me a never that shit. I ain't stopping till shit. Gonna get the girl, yeah, baby. Space lady, space lady, space lady. Rock me a never that shit. I ain't stopping till shit. Gonna get the girl, yeah, baby.
Space lady. Just out of the blue. I don't know. Very catchy.
Yeah, I never heard that one. I've never heard that one from him.
Yeah,
I have an album. Honestly, I think I got the album.
Yeah, I think because I told you about him, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I've heard it, and I have something."
I think I was a part of like. It was either like.
It was a comp, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it was some type of like mystery bag, like you know, like you go to record stores, like this thing's $10, like, and there's like 5 things in there, it's like, and you don't know what's in there.
I ordered a record from him, one of his older.
It was something like that. I think that one of his was in there because I don't remember like going like knowing who he was and going and buying it.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff is kind of that song's catchy. He's got some fun, listenable stuff. Some of it's a little bit more abstract.
Yeah,
but there's a song called "Homicide" that's really good. If anybody's gonna look it up. Homicide, on my side, and it like blends the on my side, homicide. I don't know. He's like he's good at making like weird shit like that. And then what was the other one? I don't know. I have that record's pretty good. And he just traveled like with the Limp Bizkit like Loserville tour, which is like
this last one
just recently. Yeah. So which to me is like, oh, poor him, because I think he's better than that. But it was huge exposure for him.
I was about to say,
So now I hear about him all the time.
Yeah, I bet.
So I think it was. I mean, I see how it would be a good thing.
That's probably. Yeah, he probably definitely got a boost from that, and that would be so sick to see both. Like,
I follow him on like social media and stuff. So you see like just the comments that people are like, man, I never heard of you. I love your stuff.
Sick.
And him just like he's staying with talk. He seems like a cool like. He's appreciating the up and comings. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So invest in those kind of people.
My song, I've got 2. The first one I'm gonna do for you is Isaac Lee, "Fine with Feeling Lonely."
Okay.
It's got a little funk, like neo funk to it, but there's the synth in it, and even like the kind of the chords in it. Let me know if I'll actually see if you can guess it. But it sounds exactly like this old school tune. But it's Isaac Lee, called "Fine with Feeling Lonely."
Is it modern or 70s?
It's modern.
Modern.
I'm on my Michael Jackson. I've been putting on way too long that I'm doing just fine. But the truth is I'm not. Yeah, the truth is I'm not. And I've been singing that same old song, just wasting time. But I'm stuck in a box. Yeah, who would have thought? I'm sick and tired, feeling lonely. Maybe I should find my sugar, honey. Maybe, baby, this is easy. Come on over, let me do you right. I guess I'm doing fine. I guess I feel.
All right.
Did you hear?
I couldn't
up on what I heard.
No.
Doesn't it sound like Shaka? Ain't nobody.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that synth, and then like even like the chord like progression is like so close.
It reminded me of something like Morris Day or something. It was like something of that like that boing in it.
Yeah. But I was like, man, you're cutting it close, but I thought it was still really good. Yeah, because it's like that the synth in that. I swear it's almost the same exact sound. And they switch up a couple notes.
Yeah, that's different. That's not probably something I would normally listen to be honest. But I can see like in the background, it's catchy, chill.
Yeah. I went over to the West Coast last week or whatever.
Of SoFlo?
From SoFlo. Yeah, of SoFlo. Over to Venice to go see my buddy Scott, and on the trip. So I've been doing that AI thing, that Spotify AI thing, and it's getting a little bit better.
I haven't even tried it yet. I remember you were talking about.
And I told it, like, I was like, yo, I forget whatever the prompt was, but it was like, yo, give me some obscure.
Well, what if you said driving from SoFlo So West Coast.
To the West Coast.
You have to say, what do they call it on the West side? But that's cool. So it's working better?
Yeah, you have to just get really good with the prompts. It's hit or miss. There's sometimes it just completely strikes out. You're just like, no, I don't want to hear any of this.
Yeah.
I
don't spend much time on the road, so I never fuck with those kind of things,
I don't either. This was my first road trip in a while, but this was a song that came on that I didn't know. I was like, oh, good job, AI.
Nice.
And
that's chill.
And it's no, this song I'm about to play.
Oh, okay.
It's the artist is NOTR. I don't know if that stands for an acronym, if it's an acronym, or if it's means another.
Okay.
Or maybe
NOTR.
NOTR. Or maybe you're just supposed to say a noter. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but that's the name, and the song is called "Flying Cars." But
Flying Cars.
Yeah, but it like hit and like you reach over and you hit the volume button. You're like, okay, and then like, it's just like you just hit some miles without even thinking about it.
All right, yeah, especially on Alligator Alley, right? On the Owl. That's what we call it. It's always good for a good acoustic jam. That's like
you get the idea. It's got like a Steely Dan-ish in there or something. Like it was a good cruiser.
Yeah,
it came on. I was like, okay,
yeah, it's chill.
Okay.
I can see cruising to that.
Chrissy, what did you learn this week?
Oh man, so besides the fact that I learned that Greenland is owned by Denmark, I didn't know that.
Greenland is it's not green. It's not owned by Greenland.
I think it's owned by Denmark because isn't Trump's trying to buy it or take it or something?
Yeah, he's doing a lot of really funny stuff. It's now the Gulf of America,
right? And
as if we give a shit what the hell it's called.
He wants to take Canada.
I saw that. I had people said it hit me. I was being like,
I think Canada offered to buy a couple states instead. Or something like that,
yeah. I'm just like, this guy's.
We're back.
Like, can we just get to like? No one gives a shit what the goddamn name of that place is. Like,
it's just. I mean, what about everything else that we can focus on?
But so we digress.
Right. Yeah. So I did. My birthday is tomorrow. So instead of a what did I learn, I kind of looked at.
Everybody, hold on, stop. Let's give a right now on the count of 3. We're all gonna say it together and you can say happy birthday to Chris. All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Everyone just said that.
Thank you, everybody.
Like out loud, either in the car or in their headphones. Like,
that was very nice.
Their wives are looking at them, being like, "What?"
I appreciate it.
Like, it's Chris's birthday, honey. Don't worry.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
January 9th, 1978. Which is a long time ago.
So you've got notable things on this
So I was
day,
like, what are so not the day,
just the year
of 1978, because I just started scrolling. I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of like interesting stuff. Mm-hmm. The Jonestown Massacre happened.
Jonestown, that was one of the most interesting things to me.
The Kool-Aid, which is Flavor Aid,
and they have it all on film. Like you can go on YouTube or documents, and they have it all.
There's a documentary that's very disturbing.
The fight that happened when they landed,
crazy.
It's pretty fucking cool, but it's also crazy tragic.
The reporters tried to escape, and they shot at them, and like they got like shot and killed, jumping onto the plane. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that's a great. I think it's just called Jonestown.
Yeah,
the documentary, but
yeah, you're right. It is
highly recommended.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. Mm-hmm. Like everybody jokes about don't drink the Kool-Aid, like shit like that, and then you watch it, you're like, holy shit! Like people really fucking just drank poison and died because they believe this guy. Yeah. Home brewing became legal, which is cool coincidence since I'm involved in the beer industry.
That's right. Okay.
We do have a beer bar called Laser Wolf.
Yes, that's right. Shout out Laser Wolf.
They open every day. Come see us. What else? Cabbage Patch Kids were invented. That's a fun.
That's a big
toy.
one.
That's a huge toy that I think is still probably
I would agree.
popular. And I remember having one of those things.
You had one.
Because I had a lot of girl cousins and stuff.
Oh,
so
I'm about to say, did they have?
Yeah, we just played with whatever you had.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just I can't read with these. I'm new to wearing glasses, and I have 2 pairs of glasses.
Still trying to figure them out.
Yeah, it's fun. President Carter was the president. I don't.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he just died, right?
R.I.P. President Carter. That's right.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Shows how much I pay attention, but I have been paying.
I thought that's why you had it.
No, I
just
like no, it's crazy. No, fucking really. That's why they call it dope, I guess. All right. Neutrality. Oh, there's something about the Panama Canal, which I thought was funny because that is in the news now that Trump wants to take over the Panama Canal.
That too, right?
Yeah. So
they spent a lot of money.
Yeah. So a vote of 68 to 32, the Senate ratified the Neutrality Treaty, which means that the United States military would defend Panama against any threat to its neutrality.
Yes.
So we're bound to them with this treaty.
Well, I learned all about that actually recently because did you know the Panama Canal was originally first started by the French? They were the ones that wanted to. They were the ones they knew the importance of trying to get to the west to the West Coast quicker, and they found it and they funded it and started doing it and we're going to own it, and they got not like a quarter of the way through, and they were just like hemorrhaging money and just couldn't afford it anymore.
And
they
contraire, bonjour. We can't.
And like just abandoned it. And then like I think it was FDR or Roosevelt. I can't remember. I always forget. I
don't know.
I want to say it was FDR, but I think it was FDR. He was like, "Oh, you don't want to do it anymore," and then I think we bought like the rights to the Panama Canal from the French for like $4 million.
Yeah,
and then we went in there and we built that.
It was saying that we had to protect it, and then in 1979, the canal itself would be turned over to the Panamanians in 1999.
Oh, okay.
So since 1999, Panama owns it.
Gotcha. Nice.
So good on them. Mitch, my friend Mitchell, he's been through the Panama Canal a couple times. You know Mitchell.
I would yell.
On boats and stuff. Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
He's gone through there.
Yeah,
yeah,
a few times I think. It's from 1953 until 1978. They only used female names for hurricanes.
To soften the blow
for Atlantic hurricanes.
To soften the blow. See what it
Just for whatever reason, and it says as a result, many weathermen begin to use sexist cliches to describe the behavior of hurricanes. Like blowing in wet or whatever, come on.
I was about to say, we'll do that quickly.
Right. So starting in 1978, they started using men's name. What do you think the first? Just a guess.
The first, it's an A.
It's a man's name. No, it's actually a B.
Okay.
Which probably makes it easier.
The first man's name in 1979 was. Is it? Okay, no. I'm just gonna say.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Brandon.
No, Bob.
Bob, damn it!
Like the simplest name. I know. It's like
that is great. Hurricane Bob.
Hurricane Bob is the first Atlantic hurricane to be identified with a masculine name.
Wow, the most unmasculine name though, too.
Bob, Robert.
Yeah, down there on masculine names.
Yeah, the first spam email was sent, which sounds off because it was not like on a normal email that you would see. It was like a.
Was it through the mail?
It was on some ARPANET, it was called, some kind of system that like businesses would use or whatever, but like pre-internet, and it said and complaints started coming in almost instantly. So even the first spam email was frowned upon apparently. Garfield came out that year, the comic strip.
I would have said that was older.
Yeah, Garfield. No.
Yeah. No. Okay.
This old. Oscars. I don't know, movies that I don't really care about, like. Best director was Woody Allen.
No.
Best actress Diane Keaton. Star Wars won 6 Oscars. That's
there you go.
Big year for them.
Star Wars cleaning up,
but deservingly. Best foreign language film was Madame Rosa from France.
Nope.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
So yeah.
Nice.
That's about. Coors Light was invented in 1978.
Damn, Coors, a little late to the game, huh?
Laser discs.
Laser discs. Wow, do you remember those?
I do. I remember mostly from like science class.
I was just about to say. I was like, I remember.
High school.
I can only remember one person's house that I remember going over. And
Oh
they
yeah,
had
some friends that had like hi-fi.
but they would have like 5 maybe.
Yeah, my dad always had some friends that they were like super blue collar guys, but they had like crazy stereo systems and TVs and shit.
Remember back then it was so big. You were like to have like the whole system, to have like all the different stacks of all the
and like one movie is like 4 laser discs.
Yeah,
and they're the size of a 12-inch.
And there was only like a dozen movies that you could actually, because not all of them were on there. You had to be like Indiana Jones, had to be like something huge.
It was like high def.
Right.
High def at like 420 DPI or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. And they're so big too. Remember they were so big. Boom.
Man, they're crazy. We never had that, but we had a Betamax. I remember when I was really young at my at my grandma's.
Damn. I've never seen the Betamax. I've never seen that.
Same exact thing, really.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like a VHS player, but because then we had VHS too.
Yeah.
DVDs, all that. Never Laserdisc. I don't think that was as popular.
No. And then there was.
But you don't see them at the record store,
after
though.
that? Maybe not.
I remember buying tapes and CDs and seeing Laserdiscs in the record store. Like
really?
Peaches and stuff, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Sam Goody, all that shit. I mean, what do we have? We only had like Peaches and Sam Goody.
Yeah, that's what we had back
then. Oh, FYE or something?
FYE was like after, I feel like.
That was late in the record.
Yeah.
Well, I guess records are just as popular now, but...
I never did FYE. The only time I ever went to FYE was because they were always the plug for tickets. Remember, it was always like, you can buy them... Like at the place, or you can pick them up early at FYE. Yeah. Like Ticketmaster, always you could. I remember going there and buying like Coheed and Cambria tickets. Like,
we had Peaches, but that was gone when I was little.
Yeah, Peaches. I only have like a couple memories of going to Peaches. I remember one of the times going in there for my brother's record. And stuff. But cool. I think I probably went in there like maybe less than like 5 times.
Yeah,
because it closed when I bet I
just didn't have any money. I was a kid.
Yeah, Peaches was huge though too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But
so that's all I learned this week was facts about the year I was born.
Nice.
And Jimmy Carter died at 100 and he was the president.
You're like, oh yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that into politics back then, so.
So what I learned this week is about the world's worst condiment, in my opinion.
Ketchup?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. You know.
I mean, I like ketchup on fries.
But what I learned this week was, like 20 years ago, Heinz started noticing, like at restaurants and whatnot, that people, they knew that they had like their brand was strong, they had a good name, and everyone liked their ketchup. You know, they were the top dogs in the industry. They were noticing that these places were filling up the bottles with other people, like inferior ketchup, like cheaper ketchup.
Right, but
putting
keeping
it
in the bottle,
right?
like refilling the bottle.
Yeah, and they were pissed about that. They didn't like that. So what they started doing, and now to this day, and you can always check it, the label that is on their bottles, their bottles, they have a red, lining all the way on the outside of the sticker, the logo, and that color red, they changed it and they put that strip there, and it's the exact same color red as that is their ketchup. So you can always tell. If you go somewhere and if you're seeing that like those lines look different.
Is worse ketchup darker or lighter? It could be either. It's just not perfect.
They just figured out like with all the other like top brands, and then they're all different colors.
Do you have a ketchup bottle here?
I actually do, because I cooked over.
Is it Heinz?
It is.
Let's look
at it. You're right.
I don't believe it. I'm not saying that you made it up, but.
Show me to grab your beer. This one doesn't have it.
You have like fancy. I'll do another beer, yeah.
This one doesn't look here. It doesn't have
the line.
It doesn't have the line. Is that because it's Simply? It's the Simply version?
I don't know, guys. It's not this line on the. I mean, because that doesn't match, right?
But what I saw was.
Or is it not this back line?
But what I saw.
Because that's like brown.
What I saw was the like this outer portion right here, like this outer portion right here, that is supposed to be red, and then that's how you match it.
But who would refill that bottle? Maybe it's on glass bottles only.
Maybe it's the glass. Yeah, maybe it's the glass.
I don't know. It's like there's like a diner conspiracy for cheap ketchup. I don't know. I feel like if you go to the restaurant store, it's the same price for canned fancy tomato catsup as it is for Heinz. Like,
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea, but I just know that that's it. Now I'm wondering why that bottle didn't have it.
I don't know. We're gonna look deeper into it.
Yeah, and now we're on.
Who's the source of this? First of
now
all?
we're I don't reveal my sources.
I shouldn't have looked that deep into it.
I don't reveal my.
I started
sources.
asking.
Oh no yeah now Heinz is on notice. Like now everywhere I'm gonna go and be like. I'm only going to be checking if the outer.
I don't even know if they have 57 ingredients. I don't even know if I believe that.
Dude, the jig is up. The jig is up, Heinz.
I mean, prove it. That's what we always say at my house.
That's
prove
what
it.
I learned this week. Yeah,
if
right.
someone says something, prove it.
That was good. I like that.
I'm gonna go take a shower. Dad.
You know what's funny?
Prove it.
You know what's funny though? It's I hate ketchup. I don't know if you noticed on me. Like I do not like ketchup.
I mean, not even on French fries or tater tots.
Not on anything.
Hamburger?
All of it. Nothing. It does not taste good. And I never keep ketchup in my fridge. And the only reason why it's in my fridge is because
what were you cooking with ketchup?
Hot dogs and hamburgers.
Oh, probably the family.
For my niece's birthday and.
Most people,
that had to be brought over. And it was
simpler
left
people like ketchup. My kid likes ketchup. I'm like,
that's why I always say it's a child's condiment to me.
Kids,
But
it's okay on fries.
Yeah. So we got to get into. I know it's a little late, but we got to go over each other's real quick. Our Wrapped, our Spotify Wrapped. We got to discuss. We have to announce what we had, and I have a couple peeves.
Yeah, we kind of.
I've got a couple peeves, dude.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the past.
Right,
as friends and as
the Spotify Wrapped is going downhill. I
feel like it's never been a good representation of what you want to listen to or actually do listen to. It grabs the newest things. I feel like sometimes
that's the one thing. It's like it'll grab, but not only will it grab like the things in the last like month and a half that you listen to, it'll like totally like project their numbers and just put them into like all the way to the front. It's like, dude, I was banging like this other artist like the whole beginning and still to this year, but you just took the one album that I listened to 2 times in November.
Yeah, the numbers don't seem to add up. It seems all over the place, and I think everybody says. I don't think it's like a known thing, right? That it doesn't make any sense.
No, it's got to be a known thing because I think you saw it now this year. Because remember, they used to always. The best thing about it is the stats. That's what I wanted, just my metrics. Yeah, that was my favorite thing about it. Was just like they would just give you all of these metrics of hours and minutes on this artist and these genres and this. Like now, did you see that one part in it where it was just like the made up genres for you?
Oh yeah, where
I was like, they're like, you listen to this, this,
indie
and this.
rap, like death. Like,
it was like,
what?
Yeah, it was just like you
death
listen
indie
to
rap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was like, tropical, electronic, stump rock, and I was just like,
oh, I hated that.
I was like, this is not the information
AI, right?
I want.
That's totally a robot writing that.
I think that's gay eye.
I hate it.
I hated it.
I mean,
it was. I was like, can you just
gay
get back?
Is okay.
Just tell me like my genres. Like I don't even know. That was the thing that they would do all these like little stupid minutia things. So I was just like, I just want to see my numbers and artists, and you're giving me like the little video. That's the thing too. I hate how they do now. I don't know if you get like the top artist or someone or like if those put a video and they'll go, hey, thanks for following me and then listening.
Oh, mine was from like Queens of the Stone Age, and it was like so weird,
dude. They do that like it takes up 30 seconds. I was like, I don't want this.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is dumb. Because I know millions of other people are all getting this.
And also, if it's not Josh Homme, I don't want to hear it.
Right? I mean, let's be real.
There's a lot of people in that band.
So their Spotify, you're on notice too. Not that you'll probably do anything about it because you're just making hand over
fist.
It's
still my favorite music app, I gotta say.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I've had it since day one, I think, and I've tried a few others. And I love Spotify as an app, but I mean, fuck them, whatever. But
Yeah,
I don't love that.
I mean, I'm too entrenched too now.
But it's my
too.
favorite app. I think that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna go to Apple. I'm not gonna do.
I tried
anything.
Apple. I wasn't happy. Honestly, I guess a lot of people said it's like, oh, they fixed this. I guess it was bad in the beginning because when I started using these, like, how did we start doing streaming services like 10 years ago or something?
At least.
Yeah. I remember, like, Apple was not good, but I tell the people, and they're just
Even
like, it's better now. They fixed it, and I'm just like, I'm too entrenched into Spotify. Like, I have hours.
I feel like iTunes was always okay too. Like, I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I agree too.
I hate when iTunes plays and like on my Bluetooth or something. I'm like, what the fuck is like? I didn't even turn it on.
How did you get on my phone?
Why are you playing? I don't even know I have this album. Like something you bought like on accident. And I'm like, how do I even have this shit on?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Like that U2 album that they gave you that nobody wanted.
That's when it all started. You know, that was really when it all started. When they did that shit.
That
to
was
us,
definitely
we
a
were
memorable
pissed.
time in my life. Yeah. Where I'm like, what? Fucking A.
So let's get into.
Oh,
I
here's
got
a music-related beer too. I just want to say, Cuff and a Crease.
What do we got?
Cuff and a Crease. Oh, and I want my IPA. So.
Oh, okay. We gotta do it. Yeah, we gotta do this. See, this is good.
These are both from Microphone Brewing, but which is not local. But
where's Microphone out of? And all of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
all of it, I'm assuming is.
This is all from Laser Wolf, so this is fun stuff that you can drink.
There you go.
In your real life, if you're 21.
I like that.
And a good moral character.
I want my IPA, and then this
and
one
rock
is...
my khakis with a cuff and a crease.
I don't know if I know that one. I don't know if I know that.
Cuff and a crease, isn't that Snoop Dogg?
I don't. Oh, is it? I have no idea.
Khakis with a cuff and a crease, or Dre, or something like that. I think it's some kind of West Coast rap.
No idea. Don't know that.
You would know that.
Don't know that lyric.
Cuff and a crease. It's got to be Snoop Dogg. Chat, pull it up.
Chat, pull it up. And make fun of me if I'm wrong.
I'm gonna look it up right now because I can't.
Well,
think
that's
of it
good.
either.
You look it up. And
I thought you would know it.
No, you look it up, and I'll go through mine. This one I knew was gonna be my top song. It was Tame Impala's "Injustice," "Never Ender."
Oh, I don't know if I listened to that song, but you were talking about it.
I love that album.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be that. Other songs with it were that Tommy Richmond song. That one was in there. The song by the record company "Turn Me Loose." That one was in my top songs. But again, I think this is the second. It might be this second or third year in a row. Top artist Jay Dilla again.
Oh yeah, I mean, you need to send me.
I bang him all.
You banged him all day. Send me a Jay Dilla list.
Okay.
R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, I have
because I only know a little bit. I have a few songs that keep coming up, and it's the same.
I mean, on Spotify, I built
It's like there's a lot out there, probably.
Well, there is a lot out there, and when I tore my ACL back in 2020, and I was bedridden, I actually made a whole playlist, a playlist that's public on Spotify. It's called "The World of Jay Dilla," and I have everything. Like I went through every single thing and like just took the choice tracks.
I should have just assumed that you had already made a
playlist. Yeah. That's usually what I go through. So yeah,
send me your playlist is what I should have said.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to look it up.
Did you look? Did you find?
Yeah, it's Dr. Dre.
It's Dr. Dre.
Yeah,
and
still DRE.
Oh, what song though? Still Dre? What's it say?
It says you can't look.
Yeah,
Still DRE, I think is the name of the song, right?
I mean,
yeah, song by Dre. Yeah,
that's funny.
Can I play it, or will it be?
Just put it up to the microphone.
I mean, everybody's like, you idiots. We know this song.
I know. Well, they're saying it to me. You knew it. I didn't.
All right, whatever. It's not gonna play. You guys know that song. Still DRE. My khakis with a cuff and a crease.
And then
he was talking about this beer, by the way.
Yeah. And then my minutes were 33,700. 33,700.
Oh yeah, mine are low this year because we sold our food truck.
Mine were so low. Well, mine were low last year. I got my numbers up. I think last year it was pitiful.
I remember like the second year of the food truck that we had. You were like, oh, I got like 100 million hours. I was like, bro, I like trip. I had so many hours. It was crazy because it was. I mean, we were in there all the time, and anytime I was in there, I was cooking or cleaning. Right, I was always listening to music. So now, I'm at home or at the bar, just working, not working that much.
Yeah, so what are your...
So I got, let's see, top songs, which I think, actually the top songs, did you go through your top songs? You just did top 3?
I just said like 3 notable. The other 2 were just no-name artists.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't want to like...
All right, I won't go into detail about the bit. Well, I'll just throw a couple out there. Like, I mean, Dandy Livingstone. That no one would know that name, but that song Rudy.
Danny Livingston.
Dandy Livingstone.
Dandy Livingstone.
So Rudy, a message to you, Rudy. Time to start right out. It's like a reggae, like a ska kind of reggae song.
Stop you.
This song just always
Stop
comes.
you messing
Right.
around.
Always comes on. And it's just hard to turn it off. I just let it play. Right. You know, it's a good song. I love the old like Breeders from the '90s. Divine Hammer is one of my favorite songs from them. If you like the Breeders,
Well, that's going to be the fun part about having you now on the podcast. Is
I think I have a little bit of a different catalog.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be a good breath of fresh air too, because you have a whole different side of music that you are very well versed in.
Well, I'm a fan of at least. But yeah, I guess this is a good kind of sampling more so than some of the other schematics. So like. This song's Symbolic by the band Death, and I did a metal discussion. So not that band, but there's like 3 bands named Death, and there's a guy named
Who's
Death.
first? Who was first?
These guys possibly.
Really?
Well, maybe the black punk rock.
They
guys,
were like in the 70s.
Yeah, so these guys are like more like 80s, but this is probably the most popular band, Death.
Yeah. Well, that band from Detroit, the blah blah, they were not.
No,
they only got popular after.
They had like a and those guys are great, but no, this is probably the most popular band, Death.
Right.
I forget the singer's name, but he's well known. His voice is like really well known stuff, and it's not really death metal. It's heavy metal.
Okay.
And it's like fun and like I don't know. I'm not gonna play it. You can look it up.
Okay.
Symbolic is the song I like by the band Death. Mm-hmm. And it's just fun. It's kind of like retro, like it's like headbangy a little bit. It's not like Satan, like Cookie Monster shit or anything like that.
Okay.
Which also I love that kind of stuff.
Are they roaring? Or what's that called?
No, it's like I don't know. It's more.
It's just metally.
I wanted to just find some like lyrics. It's kind of screamy, but it's like
just double bass.
Yeah, I don't know. I love that shit anyway.
Right.
Eka Mouse, Ganja Smuggling, everybody loves that song.
Yep.
Yeah, like lots of reggae stuff, lots of like dub and upbeat dub stuff.
Nice.
I mean, Hall & Oates, Private Eyes, everybody loves that. Paul Simon, Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard.
There you go.
I remember that song. I was like, oh, remember that song, Me and Julio Down? That's a fun song. And then you listen to it 10 times maybe because you're like, oh, this is fun.
And then Spotify's
now
like,
it's like, oh, this is your favorite song in the whole wide world.
Spotify's like, this is your top 25 favorite song you've listened to all year. You're just like, okay, chill.
Yeah, another Death song, Pull the Plug, which is a great one from a different album. So it's 2.
How many minutes did you end up with?
Let's see, minutes. It just has like clips or Evolution. Oh, Evolution is the one where they show
what?
Or what's the one where they show the genres?
Oh yeah, that genre thing was so. What? Yeah, what do you have? Oh my god, would love to hear.
I don't know, mine's
they just make up because I've asked people. They make up. It was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know why mine's going so slow. It's not working all of a sudden.
Yeah,
we can edit this part out.
Yeah,
2024.
Yeah, I gotta know the amount of minutes for sure. Because that's always the thing that everyone likes to big dick about.
Yeah, I feel like mine are low this year because, like I said, I was like not on the food truck as much.
And I always have people that come to me because they know me like, oh, Alex is like the music guy, and he listens. So I've had like several people come to like, how many minutes you got? And I'm like, oh, like 33, and they're just like, oh, 68, dude. And they just like think they pounded me. I'm just like, listen.
But with you, like you also have a shit ton of records.
That's what I said to him. I was like, I'm usually when I'm at my house, I was like, I'm listening to like records and stuff. I'm not listening. The only time I listen to Spotify is like usually when I'm out or if I got the headphones on.
Yeah. Yeah, same. It's like I'm shortly in the car, or I'll put a playlist. Like we even have a separate playlist at the bar. It's like not under my account, so that would be cheating,
Yeah.
But I like to have my own shit. It's so slow telling you. Oh, so I played almost 1,900 songs, which seems low.
I know.
Does it tell your hours first? Let's see.
It tells you the minutes. I forget. I was like screenshotting them.
My bad.
But yeah, no, it's
my first.
I threw it. I surprised with it, but yeah, it's funny when people try to like slam dunk me on the minutes. I'm just like, dude, it's not about quantity. It's about quality. Yeah. And it's funny too, the people too that say it. It's like people that like, what do you got?
31,868.
Okay, there you go. You're right there with me.
What was yours?
33.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the people because I ran into a couple people that just had like 75 or something like that. I was just like, there's no way. Because I listen to a lot of music.
I do put my headphones on like when I'm cooking at home because like Ozzy will be playing a game or Nat will be doing something.
Right.
So we're like,
but I listen I listen to a lot of music on my Spotify, and I'm there. I was like, if you're at 75, there's no way you're listening to 75.
Well, when I was on the food truck, I was like, holy shit, the number was so much higher. But I was like, man, I'm really on there. Like, and I listened to the same goddamn songs. Because Spotify tells you puts this shuffle is like, oh, here's 10 songs that we're going to shuffle over and over again.
Right.
Which we were talking about that.
But I wanted to ask you because we were calling it, we were making fun of SoFla. We were doing the SoFla funny thing because Chris, before we started, brought up a very funny and interesting, and I agree with.
Like what's what are nicknames that, because you're born and raised in Florida.
Yeah,
born and raised in
South Florida. Yeah,
South Florida.
SoFla.
Yeah, like I hate when I see like when people call it SoFlo, because like first it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I guess I don't know. I hate it.
I hate the SoFlo thing too because it's.
And then is it SoFlo or is it SoFla? And like, why is it FLL? For the airport, like what the fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like SoFlo. It's on people's tailgates and stuff all the time now. Is it a company?
Well,
is it like the Salt Light thing?
Some of it is that.
I feel like it's the Salt Light thing where someone just made a thing and then they just started transferring it to merchandise.
Right. Some of it is that where it's like SoFlo, Jeeps or whatever. I mean, I'm sure they're nice people. Don't want to get ran over.
Right.
Fucking, I don't know. I mean, besides like Salt Life and stuff like that, there's like a local.
Yeah, local. Oh, the local one might actually be. I might actually hate that one the most.
And I'm sure they're nice people, like I said, but like, first of all, I guess it's local. I don't know why I always pronounce it local.
No, I think they're doing it like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Local. I mean, isn't it spelled the same? I don't know.
No, but I think they're doing a thing.
Whatever. But it's upside down, though.
It doesn't that's what's so frustrating about the whole thing.
Who looks at it from upside down? Nobody.
I'm with you.
Australians don't like, Florida is shaped like this. No, it's shaped like this.
And I think, isn't Salt Life, isn't that Florida?
Yeah, I think that guy went to jail and shit. I think it was like a crazy thing.
Yeah, well,
there was like
I think they went out of business.
Yeah, but there was like criminal shit going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we should talk about it next time if you remember.
Do you know?
No, I'll look it up. I know something went down. Yeah.
Well, make a note of that because I definitely know, because I always thought for some reason when I was up in Jacksonville for college, I think they're
local. Yeah,
they were out of Jacksonville.
It's a SoFlo thing.
Oh, you think it was
well, or maybe Jacksonville. That's like Central Florida, I guess.
No, Jacksonville's freaking North Florida all the way. Jacksonville's like southern Georgia. So for some reason, I don't know why I always thought it was there first, but maybe that's just the genius marketing of this criminal enterprise.
I think it was maybe like domestic shit or something like that. I want to know. I want to know. Something went down. Yeah.
Isn't
because I thought it was like younger dudes that ran it, but it was like a dude, like older, like even older than me, maybe.
Isn't it always so fun to watch like the demise of those type of businesses? I don't know. For some reason, those type of businesses like. Corny.
I don't like to see a demise of anyone who's like trying or being.
Well, no, I'm talking about a piece of shit.
Well, yeah,
like, someone that's a piece of shit, like they get caught just like, you didn't deserve.
Let me look into it before we start slandering.
Allegedly. Yeah, producer Mike, put a big allegedly across the banner right here. Allegedly. Market.
Because I was working in the surf shop when Salt Life came out, and we would sell stickers from every. I love stickers, so I collect stickers for fun, and I don't know, just a weird thing. But I remember like we started selling the Salt Life, and they were like $14 or like $11, and this is like in the 2000s, and I was like,
how big was the sticker?
I mean, like I don't know, like an 8. They're like an 8-inch decal or a 10-inch decal for like your car.
Okay. For some reason, okay, my bad.
Or like
for the skateboard.
But people would put them on anything. I mean, people because it was so cool, they put them on everything, and it was like you're paying $12 for like an 8-inch, 10-inch die cut sticker.
And they probably were making it for like
nothing, like cents. Yeah,
like especially back then,
bro. They just probably bought a printer and just did it.
I mean, it was a brilliant
phenomenon.
It was well. It was just like because everybody, yeah, Salt Life was cool. It was like, yeah, I'm a beach person. I got my gills. Like I got like.
I mean, and it's not even that not.
corny.
It's not even that not cool, but it's like if you're a Salt Life, you don't tell everybody you're Salt Life.
Right.
That's I think what's uncool about it.
Yeah.
You should go without saying.
Yeah. Before we get into the Peacock, I wanted to ask you. I wanted to get your opinion, if you had any, on or you can just chuckle. I saw the other day, Taylor Swift. She gave away $197 million to like her Eras like tour crew, like just sporadically through like
employees.
Bonuses. Yeah, on top of
200 million.
Almost 200 million. On top of like whatever she's paying him, she's just like,
Yeah, good for her.
Bonuses here, and that.
That's nice.
That's like we need to get on this tour.
Yeah, fuck man, I need another job.
You know what I mean? we gotta.
I would work on. I don't like any of Taylor Swift's music. I don't understand how people like it at all. But she seems like she's an okay person.
She's. Oh yeah, I think she.
I mean, good for her, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
She's probably very out of touch at this point with reality, but because she's so crazy famous, right?
She's one of the few ones though that she's like.
She seems less weird than like Michael Jackson was, or like like Madonna was always very like.
Even like Janet Jackson.
Well, the Jacksons are one whole thing. Yeah, the Jacksons have an example or excuses also, but I don't know who's like Madonna. I guess was like a little bit more outspoken, but still kind of private. Where I feel like Taylor Swift at least seems semi-normal.
Yeah,
for a billionaire,
she's fairly outspoken too. Like,
and I mean that's awesome. $200 million probably goes a long way. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they all probably got paid pretty good.
Yeah, that's exactly what was.
I mean,
my
it's
sense.
A huge fucking city of a production, but
yeah, I mean, imagine. I bet you
they
have
2,000
like,
people or 20. How many? 20.
I bet it's got to be like 5 semis at least.
I mean, how many
stuff,
employees do you think she has? 5,000.
Yeah, easily.
And 200 million. That's a pretty good bonus.
We got to get.
No one can do that math, but
we got. Yeah, well, not.
That's like $1 million a day.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was like really
That's pretty cool though.
As much as everyone like.
Yeah,
I know. I was more saying it because a lot of people shit on her. I mean, I know I've definitely been very vocal about how she doesn't write her own stuff. But but I'm with you. I have the same sentiment as you. Like,
I feel like that's a for her.
It's not my cup of tea. Like, I'm not going to put it on. But
no, but don't say you write your own stuff. You're already famous enough.
That's my only thing.
What are you gaining from lying about it?
It's just a weird white lie that.
Dude, people love to tell that story too.
That's like her claim.
Which is crazy. How I mean, good for her, dude. Everyone knows who Taylor Swift is, but. But better than some other people you have to hear about every day.
But you're right. But at least
starts with a T.
But at least she like I did like that she did. I was like, you know what, that's
sick. Oh, we're allowed to keep our phones on during this?
No, I actually it started.
That's the Peacock.
It started vibrating and I was like, oh, let me turn on the volume.
Lots of spam calls these days.
I've taught that's what's dude all the time.
I put do not disturb.
Oh yeah, I'm so bad. I never do that.
Just swipe it from the corner. Well, you're busy working.
Yeah, but then I'm always worried that like I'll forget to put it back on.
You've only had a girlfriend for like 6 months, and now you're getting yelled at already.
Yeah,
she seems nice though. No, she does really seem nice.
Let's get into said Peacock though.
Yeah, who's the Peacock?
I wanted
somebody I know or don't know.
Someone that you know.
Oh, okay.
And it's also someone that was a very borderline Peacock for at least me personally. I've mulled this one over for
was it something I recommended?
No.
Okay, good.
No. I
was gonna feel bad.
No.
Like I let this one slide, but
I know I thought about doing like the first episode, the first one with you, like something that would be familiar that he would know, and I was just like. Nah, fuck that. Like, I was like, Chris is cool. I don't need to like.
No, I mean, I always like to find new stuff. Too.
Yeah. So, I was like, this was someone that I've recently ruled on personally, and it's like, I think this one is a Peacock.
All right.
And this is kind of like this is a genre of music that I particularly do not really dip my toes into at all.
All right.
So, but I do from afar do respect, and I think he deserves to be a Peacock, and that is, and Tell me if I'm saying it correctly. Warren Zevon?
Yeah, Zevon. Yeah,
Okay.
Warren Zevon, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I've always
Okay.
said
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
but I've heard
yeah.
other people say Warren Zevon. I've heard that,
always heard Zevon.
I've been in circles where I've heard people,
Yeah.
people say Warren Zevon, and I'm like,
no.
I always say Zevon.
No, my stepdad was huge into that era of like guitar guys and shit. Like he's like a guitar guy, right?
Okay.
Right? Isn't that kind of like? Isn't he like a?
Oh yeah.
I know the name, but honestly, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know a Warren Zevon song.
Okay, right. Well, you'll know one.
Well, I'll know that. I know if I hear it, but I wouldn't know. It was
right. January 24th, 1947 to September 7th, 2003. We are talking pop, very folky rock and roll. Warren Zevon was born in Chicago to Beverly Cope and Williams Zevon. His dad was a Jewish immigrant from the Ukraine, and his father was a bookie who handled bets and dice games for the notorious L.A. mobster Mickey Cohen.
Okay.
I didn't know who Mickey Cohen is.
I don't either.
I'm a big mobster guy, but there's a lot of them out there. But I did click on him and check him out real quick, and he was the man in
He
LA.
was the guy, right.
He was the guy that kind of like ran LA and stuff.
I like to play dice.
But he worked in his father worked in the Cohen gang for a long time, and his name was Stumpy Zevon.
Okay.
And he actually was the best man for
Cohen?
for Mickey Cohen.
Okay.
So dad was in there. But they later they moved from Chicago to Fresno, California, and at the age of 13, Zevon Warren, he started getting into music, and one of his people that lived in his neighborhood was Igor Stravinsky. He's a old
that name is
orchestral.
familiar.
Yeah, it's an old orchestral like conductor and producer and world renowned. You know,
I feel like there's a lot of Igors in that type of music.
yeah,
though, so it could be somebody.
But again, he was another one where I was like, all right, who is this guy? Because they made it pretty well. Like this was a big deal that he was hanging around him, and apparently Igor was a really big, huge part of like the modern musical era. Like he was like before, back in like the 1900s and 13s and 20s, where a lot of the jazz and then
yeah, was
like,
he
later,
like a film composer? Maybe
probably. They were saying they said he affected everything. Like.
Sounds
from
familiar.
like 50s on, like everyone had some type of ties back to him. All the blues guys and all the jazz guys back then, all like Igor like taught them, and he was a huge inspiration to them because the way he arranged things. I don't know. I didn't click. I just went back to Warren.
Yeah, gotcha.
But his parents did divorce when he was 16, and soon after that he quit high school and actually took his dad's sports car, which his dad won in a card game.
Nice.
And drove it from L.A. all the way to New York City to start his...
easy come, easy go, right?
Yeah, right. Folk singer career. But early on, he formed a musical duo with Violet Santangelo. They were called Lime and Cybele. There's really nothing to that. I don't know. There's no reason why they said that. But it was... their first single was produced by Bones Howe, who at that time was producing for Bob Dylan and the Turtles.
Okay.
And their first single, Follow Me, was like kind of like a minor hit. And it hit like number 65 on like the pop charts in 1966 in April.
All right. And
Like,
that
so, like,
Thines, what was it?
Van
was it?
Follow Me.
No, the name of the band?
Lime and Cybele.
Lime and Cybele. What the fuck is that even?
Try to spell it.
Like Lyme
Yep, there you go.
and Cybele, Sibel.
2 L's.
2 L's.
2 L's and an E at the end.
Sibyl, yeah, like
Cybele. Yeah, Cybele. Lime and Cybele.
Never heard of it.
Nope. But you'll hear it on.
Yeah, the song.
I'll put Follow Me on there. But his debut album, Wanted, Dead or Alive, in 1970, pretty much received no attention at all. So went back to being a session musician and working with like a ton of other like no one of note, but just kicking around the various record labels like Capitol and stuff in LA and stuff, but like nothing, not working with anyone very cool. Because I was like, maybe he was in the back with someone, but no one really cool. But he eventually became joined the Everly Brothers on their tour, and he was like their keyboard player and band leader and music coordinator. Kind of like was a big deal on their tour. And at that time, the Everly Brothers were like really big. Yeah. But still, even at that time, he like hated like where he was at, especially financially. He wanted to like do his own stuff, and he was session work and band leading and doing on tours. He hated that, so he actually took a small pause and left for Spain in the summer of 1975.
Must be nice.
Just I know there was a lot of it that like when I got to like these points where I was just like,
really
his dad
much,
must have like just
he's
made
like with
a
the Jewish
bunch
mafia.
of money. Yeah,
he's like, oh, here, play this bar mitzvah for like $40,000.
Yeah, I was like, because
go spend some time in Spain.
Right, yeah.
Fucking get out of here.
Yeah, but in September of 1975, he quickly came back to LA, and then that's when he started to get on his music grind, and he came back and he roomed with Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham,
must be nice.
Which we all know is the tumultuous relationship of Fleetwood Mac, and there he collaborated with Jackson Browne, who was really big at the time, and Jackson Browne produced his first self-entitled major label debut album, and on that one that was Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, pretty much all of Fleetwood Mac, like Mick Fleetwood was on there, John McVie was on there, some members of the Eagles were on there, and Linda Ronstadt, Bonnie Raitt.
You a big Fleetwood Mac guy?
I'm like Peter Green.
I feel like I'm so out of the Fleetwood Mac. Like I know there's so many there's so much to it, but I never was like some good songs.
Rumors was like Rhiannon and all that stuff like that. I'm okay on that.
Songs,
Everywhere, sung by what's her name.
I feel like I know the songs, but I don't know anything about the band.
I like this stuff before Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham got involved. Like that was when they were more like blues and they were like a rock band because they went through like 12 different guitarists until then Lindsey,
that's why I don't know, there's so much to the actual
there's
band
so
that
much.
I'm like,
they went through like so many like different guitarists and stuff, and then finally in like 19 whatever it was, they brought Stevie Nicks into the fold. And when Steve was like, the only way I'm coming and joining the band is you're bringing, because her and Lindsey Buckingham, her boyfriend, were like they had like they were called their band name was called Buckingham Lindsey.
Yeah.
And so she was like, the only way I'm coming is you have to bring my boyfriend on
and Warren
guitars.
Zevon.
No. Yeah. And so then Fleetwood Mac was like, all right, we'll bring him on, and then they did all of the songs that everyone knows.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. My wife would know a lot more about it. Actually, she'd be a great guest. She knows a lot about music.
Well, we'll have to bring her on. I'm down. Yeah. But that again, that album Warren Zevon in 1976, charted and peaked at 189. It was like his biggest hit. He had big tracks on there called Frank and Jesse James, The French Inhaler, which was about life and lust in the LA music scene. He also wrote a really cool song on there called Desperados Under the Eaves, which is like about his own like personal like demons with his alcoholism and whatnot, because at that point it was kind of ramping up.
You know what French Inhaler is? Like what a French inhale is?
Isn't that when you smoke whatever you're smoking and it comes out like a little bit like really thick
and then you suck it in or you like suck it into your nose. I always thought it was like you would do it, but maybe both. But yeah, that's funny. I don't know. I just thought of that.
Maybe it is what you said.
I think it could be either or maybe. But I always thought of like I was a smoker.
I think it's what you.
I was a smoker for a long time, which is a terrible thing. But
I could never do. I remember that was I could never do them. I remember that.
Yeah, you just kind of let it.
You
could do it with weed.
That like bottom jaw comes unhinged. It like comes out.
So cringe. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is. But back then it was like, yo, you can French inhale.
Oh man, look at this guy. I can do like O's and shit.
So loser.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
my lungs.
Yeah. But in 1978, Zevon released "Excitable Boy," again produced by Jackson Browne. That one had a lot of success and was really popular, even more so than his previous album. There were there was a tune on there called Little Susie, which kind of was about a sociopath murderous prom night, and he kind of and it was going after this girl called Susie, but he kind of took that all a little bit from the song, the Everly Brothers songs, "Wake Up, Little Susie."
Yeah,
kind of like borrowed from that, just like a tour mate,
but made it like a teenage murder.
Yeah,
dude, I have this record.
He's a cool guy.
I tell you about this record all the time that you DJ, and I bring it with me often. But I have a record, and it's called like Teenage Drama or Teenage Love Song or something like that. But it's all songs from the 20s to the 60s, even like maybe the like late 70s. And they're all about like teenage like car crashes or like my boyfriend
tragedy,
died, got hit by a train. Dude, there's one song.
I would love to hear that.
There's one song called No One's as Lonely. I think I'll send it to you. We'll put it. We'll link it. We'll link it. Man, it is so good. And the guy,
is it on Spotify or do you have it on vinyl?
It is. Well, I have it on vinyl.
Oh, okay.
I have it on vinyl, but it's also on Spotify. Well,
I want to hear
the
album.
album. The album I don't think is on Spotify, but the song that I listen to the most is.
Yeah, I definitely hear that.
And Pearl Jam does a cover of the song that I think is
okay.
Yeah. Sorry to
no,
segue.
you're good. You're good. I like that stuff. I like that. But the other thing that's is cool, because he's got his mind is really you'll see like as we go on, he loves like artists and writers and like science fiction and stuff like that. So and he's got like these very dark things that he writes about because if you listen to a lot of his songs, they are not your normal like folk. Yeah. Like all sunshine and rain, type of thing. So, but the big single off of Excitable Boy, which is the one that we all know.
Okay. Werewolf of London. All right,
that is Warren
Zevon. Yeah. That's how people know.
Yeah, John McVie. Yeah, McVie is on that one. That one,
Yeah, because I see him more as like a ZZ Top kind of guy. Like that's what he makes me think of.
He looks like ZZ Top, but he's
his
not.
Music's not like that.
Yeah, it's way more like folky. He did a little bit of rock and stuff, but yeah, I would put him more in the folk rock if I did that. But it's a weird. Like amalgamation of the folk,
but like also rock. Like a guitar guy though.
Yes,
that's what I think turns
like
me off of it.
All acousticy and stuff.
Right. I just get sick of listening to guitar solos. Right. It's just me. I guess I just like punk rock and metal shit.
In 1983, Zevon though he got divorced and then he became engaged to a Philadelphia disc jockey called Anita Gevinson and moved back to the East Coast. And that his album at that point, The Envoy, was poorly received by critics, and so his record label, Asylum Records, dropped him. And then the way that he found out that he was dropped was he was reading that month's issue of the Rolling Stone magazine, and in the random notes section, that's what it said that he got dropped. So that's how he found out. Shit. Yeah,
no emails back then.
Right? Yeah, but
you didn't get that letter yet.
So after that, all of those these few career setbacks, he relapsed into drugs and alcohol and checked himself into a clinic. Shortly after, his wife left him, and then at that point he got out and then kind of retreated from the music business for a good while, pretty much drinking himself and doing drugs and just not doing any type of music stuff and getting into trouble like that. But then he did come out. This was I thought was kind of cool, even though it didn't have too much success. But in 1989, he released Transverse City, which was a futuristic concept album, which was inspired by his interest in the work of cyberpunk science fiction author William Gibson.
Okay,
he was really he was into the
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, he was a big reader. He loved authors. He had tons of author friends and big author friends, and he was big into science fiction. And that album, again, like I said, it had no commercial success, but it had Little Feat drummer Richie Hayward on it. It had Jefferson Airplane's bassist Jack Cassidy on it. Former Peacock jazz keyboardist Chick Corea was on it.
Oh, nice.
Jeff Garcia, David Gilmour, Neil Young, all playing guitar on it.
Yeah, that dude Chick Corea was sick.
Yeah, so it was a little too weird for people, but it's a really interesting album and had. At that time, and still to me, that if you ask me, some serious heavy hitters.
Yeah. Did you listen to that record?
Yeah.
Is there any good, any
Yeah,
hits
oh
on
yeah,
it,
yeah. You gotta, you gotta trip out a little bit. But I mean, I think for what it is, if you take because if you're taking it for like this, it's a concept album.
Right.
You know, it's
yeah,
like
you need to listen to it in order.
Yeah, if you're just listening to it like, oh, let's check this out, you're not gonna like it. But if you listen to it like in the headspace of,
man, what a wild
hey,
time.
this is a story, this is science fiction, this is like, because it was like kind of like a book, but in audio form.
Is there any modern? What's the most current viable concept album from an artist that you can think of?
That's like that.
Not like just current, like within the last 10 years. Are people still doing those?
The only thing I can think of is maybe like something from
like Beyonce's country album. Is that
no, I don't know.
No, but you know what I mean, like a total like Ziggy Stardust kind of.
Yeah,
thing,
that's what I was thinking. I was
yeah.
trying to think of like something like Ziggy, and I couldn't.
I mean, the 70s were a wild time. I think.
I'm trying to think. Did like Mars Volta do anything like that? Did
I'm sure there's something that we can, that we know that just was like,
you know that like the Lennon, what's it called, Delirium?
Oh yeah,
like,
with Les Claypool.
The Claypool Lennon Delirium.
Oh.
Maybe something.
Did I give you that record right there? I see that red one with the yellow squares.
You did.
I know that record. Anyway.
Again, like I said, Transverse City commercial disappointment, no success. Virgin Records dropped them. At this point, he was just kind of gigging around because he had Werewolves of London, so he had a little bit, he could ride the coattails of that. But he always tried to go back to Colorado and gig there because, again, it always gave him the opportunity to visit Hunter S. Thompson, which him and Hunter S. Thompson were like homies. Yeah. And then after that, the 80s and all that stuff kind of wore off, and he really after that, from 82 to 2001, he filled in just every single time Paul Schaefer left on the David Letterman.
Oh yeah.
Paul Schaefer.
Yeah, dude, I used to love that. Yeah,
I always loved Paul Schaefer too.
He's great, man. Yeah,
everyone always like makes fun of him and thinks he's
very entertaining.
He's very entertaining, and he's a hell of a musician. He knows everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I just grew up in that time where that was like if you wanted to watch TV at night, that's what was on.
Yeah.
Or MTV.
So Zevon always filled in from 82 to 2002, almost like what was that?
I mean the name
years.
is definitely
Yeah, so he always filled in for the Letterman show.
Probably wasn't very often though. You would think.
I mean, Paul was always on there.
Motherfucker didn't.
I don't know. I think it was just
probably
cool
got
that,
paid
like,
per episode too.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. Just like Paul was just like, all right, if I can't be here, I can only trust this to.
I mean, Werewolf of London, bro.
They played it every episode now. But this is the downfall after a period of suffering, shortness of breath and whatnot, and also too he hated going. He was one of the guys that hated going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Did not like going to the doctor, as no one probably does. But
Same.
he was like, he didn't like going. Never went to the doctor. But he had fucked up teeth, so his dentist was helping him out on his teeth, getting them back, and his dentist was like, "Yo, you gotta go get checked out. Like this is not good." And so he finally, like from urgency from his dentist, he went and got checked out, and he got diagnosed with pleural mesothelioma, which, as plural. Some of us, I didn't know the plural part, but everyone knows mesothelioma. I mean, at least by the damn commercials that we at least I saw forever.
Yeah, asbestos can cause it.
Yeah,
if you were exposed to asbestos in 1989,
yes,
and you or someone you know suffers from mesothelioma,
you got it down pat.
Call us.
1-800-49. We gotta get you some money before you die. Yeah.
Get paid.
So he got diagnosed with mesothelioma,
which is like a lung thing. I guess
it's a lung thing. The asbestos, gets
lung
your lungs, and it's just exactly like you said, like in 1989. Because it's one of the things, like once it's in there, it's just in there, and then it just becomes cancer. Like doesn't matter when you got it, and he says that he doesn't know where he got it from, but his son has always suggested that he got it from playing in his father's attic, because the attic of his father's.
I think just being
store.
Alive in the 70s.
Yeah,
everybody probably.
Well, apparently his dad had this carpet store in Arizona. Right. And he would go there and play in the attic with his friends all the time, and it was just like and he's
probably partying a lot while he's
Yeah,
I feel like those people probably toured a ton.
Yeah. So, but he did end up dying of mesothelioma September 7, 2003, at the age of 56.
Can I get a ow?
Oh,
for Warren Zevon.
So Warren Zevon.
R.I.P. brother.
And the song I picked here, I can't remember the name of it, but I want to say it's called "I'm Having a Shitty Day" or maybe it's called "Fuck This Shitty Day" or something like that. And I grabbed a live version of it because I thought maybe that would be better. So I'm gonna play it now.
Yeah, let's try it. It'll go with that 7-Year Bitch song.
Yeah.
I want it. Can you hear if we're talking over this stuff?
Not really. It's like really in the background. So really, as long as we're not yelling. Yeah. That's why I was trying to get it.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Well, I went to the doctor and said I'm feeling kind of rough. Let me break it to you, son. Your shit's fucked up. I said my shit's fucked up. I don't see how. He said the shit that used to work won't work now.
So I get the folksy part of it, like
It's very
like storyteller kind of. Yeah,
that
he looks different than I pictured, but
I have to say that one was the reason why I chose that one was because it was at least blues leaning because most of his stuff.
No, but I get that. I get that vibe
because I'm not a big folky guy at all. I've tried.
Depends on what you mean by folk. Like,
I mean, I don't really delve into too much about Dylan and stuff like that.
Yeah, Dylan. I feel like people.
I mean, he's like the epitome of folk whenever I say it.
But he's like it's so hard to listen to him.
Yeah,
I mean, is that like probably sacrilegious to say to a lot of people? I mean, amazing songwriter, but like,
I mean, I would say
you
like
everybody knows he's not a good singer.
I mean, what's another like folk artist like?
Well, I'm thinking of something modern like Fleet Foxes or something like that, like from like the 2000s. Like, you hated that stuff.
Yeah,
but that's the kind of rock and roll you like. Is like folk rock. Like
see,
you like do like I'm trying to think of like a fucking. Anytime you send me a song and it's like a rock band, it sounds like the Black Keys like.
Oh, well, that's like bluesy. I like the bluesy stuff.
I like blues too, but
I mean, I'm sure it all like starts to blend together. But
you also send me lots of great music. I'm just
yeah,
yeah. I'm just trying to think of. I don't know how I got off on
that. Well, before we go, I wanted to get your opinion on two things that actually just in the last week I saw, and see if you're interested at all into it.
Okay.
They finally, because Led Zeppelin doesn't give the rights up to any of their stuff, they're kind of like the Beatles before Michael Jackson bought everything, where you couldn't use any of their stuff, and they finally a full length. I think it might be a multi-episode thing on Leds is coming out in the theaters, and I think it's gonna be released in the theaters
of
too.
Live shows?
No, it's a documentary of Led. It's supposed to be like an hour, 2 hour. I mean, like 2-3 hour long, like legit.
Like
all of
Led
this
Zeppelin music on commercials all the time.
I know. Well, it's like unreleased footage, like all like the whole catalog.
How
all
big
of
a
stuff.
Led Zeppelin fan are you? 1 to 10.
Me?
Yeah. 1 to 10.
6.5.
Okay.
Like they're good. I don't like jerk my dick to them.
What do they call that symbol? That pattern of symbols? There's like
Zogo or
is it something like that? Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know.
Zoso. That's
Zoso. Yeah.
I was like scale.
Some type of satanic
scale of.
1 to Zoso.
Scale of like Wayne's World, Stairway to Heaven. I know that from Wayne's World. Or 10, you have a Zoso tramp stamp.
No, yeah,
you're at 6.5, which is like
like that's what
you have. How many Led Zeppelin records do you have?
Oh, I have 1 through 4, and then I've got Coda. I've got Houses of the Holy. I pretty much have almost all of them.
That's way more than I even know.
Yeah, I've got 1 through 4. I've got Coda and Houses of the Holy, and
So what? So it's
Bible.
a 3-hour movie, like a documentary.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an in-depth, like it's it's got all the like the footage that no one's ever seen, the interviews, everything. Like they released it and like got paid for like giving it all up and stuff. So and it's being released in the theater.
That's cool.
Does that move our monkey at all?
Me, personally, no. I think
me neither.
I like. It's hard. I used to love going to the movies, and now I don't love going to the movies anymore.
I liked watching it.
I have a 70-inch TV at my house.
I will purchase it, $20, rent it, and I'll be like...
I don't even do that. I wait because it's in a month to just watch it.
If it's something that I like and I don't want to treat myself, I'll go to Amazon and purchase it for like $19.99 and make some popcorn, and I will sit there and pause it and go take a piss and you're just like... Yeah, like... It's so great. It's so much better watching it in your living room.
I'm trying to think of like a name. John Paul Jones? Is that a...
Yeah, he's...
All right, so if John Paul Jones
the bassist.
Personally invited me to go, maybe I would go.
You would go.
Right.
You would go.
Because he was in a band with Josh Homme.
Right.
Called them Crooked Vultures.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would be like, hey, can I hang out with Josh Homme? I mean,
you're there only to
he's
hang
kind
out.
of a dick, though, I heard, Josh Homme. But...
Yeah.
All right, so that does not move my monkey at all. I mean,
it does,
I think if you're a fan, that's cool. Like,
I will wait till it comes out for free,
like,
and
I would
then watch it months after.
Like, I would go.
I won't be like, oh, it just got released.
Yeah.
Like, and then run to.
Like, if it was like the White Stripes, I might go see that.
I would too.
That would be a good. Because I think it's dynamic enough.
That's a good example. Like, yeah, if that kid was coming out, I would probably.
Like, it was about Nirvana, who was one of my favorite bands, top 2 favorite bands in the world. I would be like, I'll watch it at home. But I think White Stripes, for some reason, might be a good one. Yeah,
you're right. That's
especially since Jack White is still around.
That's a good. No, I think you're right on that because, especially, maybe it's because we just have.
I just know Jack White would make it awesome.
Yeah,
and it would be.
Yeah. Did you like the new album?
I haven't listened to it, honestly.
Oh, really?
The Jack White one? No, I didn't listen to it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
You know, like I said, I don't hate. I would never.
As far as the new rock coming out, I thought I was like, there was several songs.
I'm just like what stuff I like. I would never go see a guy play guitar, but I would go see Jack White be that guy play guitar because I'm a White Stripes fan, huge fan, and I would go see that. Yeah, I don't know that I would listen to it a lot, like on like the album, unless it's. Some of it's catchier than other. I guess some of it's.
It's a big riff album. It's I mean, every song is just riff after riff on the album. I'll give like some people like I have seen a lot of people just like.
I like everything he does, but I don't want to listen to. But I listen to the White Stripes every day. I could easily. Yeah. I've had past friends and girlfriends have been like, all you do is listen to this fucking same 4 records. I'm like, well,
they're good though.
That's my life. Is that for 4 months I listen to like 10 things. That's why Spotify is not good for me. Yeah, but.
And the other thing is, I saw it just today. The Doobie Brothers are getting back together.
The Doobie Brothers.
They're going back on tour.
They have to do.
I'm sorry. They're doing another album.
They got to do a 420 tour.
You know why? These old bands that keep doing it. Like
are they the Doobie Brothers? How are they 80?
They have to.
I mean,
yeah, Doobie Brothers are 70s, aren't they? Yeah,
dude, they have to be 80 years old.
Yeah. I just saw that there's like a big announcement.
What's that song?
It was Michael McDonald. Oh, Reel It in the Ear. No, that's Steely Dan, which is also Michael McDonald.
All right.
He like produced that stuff. But Doobie Brothers. God, I'm blanking right now. But you gotta give me
Spotify because I'm like.
Yeah, you gotta bring out because now it's terrible that.
I mean, the 70s. There's so much good listenable stuff from the 70s, and that's like when my.
Oh no! Is that?
But is Doobie Brothers?
Is that what a fool believes?
That's like Michael McDonald or Chris Christopherson.
Oh no! That's probably just Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
Is that just him on his own?
Oh, Michael McDonald is part of the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, Michael McDonald's the Doobie Brothers.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why I always.
Oh, so
I get both of them like always confused.
I mean, and there's a girl in the Doobie Brothers.
Whoa!
Who is?
That's not allowed. That's not allowed. So what's on the song?
The Doobie Brothers and their sister. Listen to the music. What a Fool Believes. I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that one.
China Grove, Blackwater.
They were big, but
listen to the music, isn't that?
Listen to the music.
I have no signal in your house, your neighborhood.
Damn,
I'm on the west side of Oakland Park.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen to the music. All right, yeah.
So. I just saw that. I thought it was funny. I was just like, unless you are, and even these people like the Rolling Stones.
But they're putting a new record.
a new record.
Like
and everyone's like
brand
really
new music.
excited.
Oh, maybe it's good though.
But it was just, but I don't know. My sentiment on it is just like, unless you're someone, the Beatles, the Stones,
Like
I don't even even those. I don't even want to hear. I wouldn't want to hear a new Stones record.
But like when you write smooth rock like that and like chill stuff, like they're old and chilling. Like I don't know what they're like. If their lives have been good from their fame and their like success of being musicians, and they're like, man, shit, life's been good. Let's write some more fucking like chill rock music.
You're right. That type of
that's the kind of 80-year-old influence we need on America, right?
And that could keep translating.
Don't be a senator.
Yeah.
Make a new album.
Yeah.
At 80 years old.
Yeah. Jesse Ventura.
Oh, those fucking idiots. But I heard everybody booed. Are you into wrestling at all? I'm not into wrestling, but growing up we were into WWF.
I was.
And then WWE.
Yeah, I was.
ECW.
I was a big WCW.
Okay, yeah. But now it's on Netflix, so I think it's going to be even.
I didn't watch it on.
I won't watch it either. But.
Yeah, no. But I mean.
But I heard Hulk Hogan got booed by everybody because he's a weirdo.
Oh yeah. He's completely.
He's a SoFlo guy.
Yeah, he is a SoFlo.
Oh, he's on West Coast Flow.
Yeah, he's.
Do we call? He's
a Woe Flow.
Oh, can we skip past that too quick? I feel like
a Woe Flow, Way Flow.
What we need to make up a sticker for the West Coast of where all the old people are that they haven't done it yet. I feel
because it's kind of like retirement flow,
like south to west flow, like so woe flow.
Like retire flow,
something
because there's
slow. It keeps slow
flow.
Get my lawyer on the phone.
See you guys next week.